I suppose this is gonna be part two. Make this a part two video, a sequel to part one, which is the video directly before this, but I might have different titles because this is gonna be a special story about my sweet, sweet guineas. My guinea boy and my guinea girl, who I lost tragically in a predator attack in my fairly secure chicken coop, to which I've had for 7 years. Had these guineas for 7 years. They were the final two birds that made it after all these years and so many predator attacks, whether it be in the coop or out of the coop, mostly out of the coop when I was letting them free range because I'm across the road from acreage of timber and right next to a creek. We've had predators just these two guineas managed to make it out of 8 that I got 7 years ago. And they're supposed to be the security on a farm, guineas, and they are that. And it's an extra hard blow to lose them because they would kind of, I've lost so many chickens over the years. I lost my very last chicken from my very first flock last year. She was a gem. She was a gem. And the way she went was, cruel. Cruel. And probably my fault. It's another story for another day. Essentially, this was my fault too because I wasn't this was like one spot that I did not dig a trench, was under the door. Because there was a door frame and whatever. It's just... Anyhow, I've lost a lot of chickens over the years. In fact, the ones that got killed overnight, they were all like... a few of them were actually hatchlings from their mothers that had gotten killed last year. Hatchlings from a couple years ago. My big beautiful roosters with their big talons that were so protective, and man, if it was daytime, this predator would have had a fight on his hands, I'm telling you. But it was nighttime and it was dark. I'm pretty sure it was a raccoon. We've been having quite a problem around here with the raccoons, and shoot, we've probably dispatched at least 8 so far this season because they've been causing real problems everywhere. At least that's just with me, not including those around me. They're having problems that are also dispatching those nuisance raccoons. I have no remorse. I have not even a single bit of remorse for those animals that were just trying to eat because they're fucking ruthless. They're ruthless. They took a lot of birds when they really didn't need to last night. They've taken a lot of birds from me needlessly before, killed birds and left them behind. At least this time they fucking took them all, every single last bird. Only reason I know a lot of my hens didn't. None of my hens put up a fight because I didn't find any of their feathers. Only my roosters, my 2 roosters, or maybe the 1 rooster put up a fight, and my guinea boy. How much are we in? We're in 4 minutes and 41 seconds. So, man, if you're still listening, I appreciate you so much. The whole point of this video is to tell the story, one story, about my guinea boy and my guinea girl. You see, they were husband and wife. Like I said, they were 7 years old and came from a small flock of 8 that over the years got nabbed by predators here and there. Guineas they are quite the characters, let me tell you. I remember times when I had all 8 guineas, I would be like walking around the yard trying to make a phone call, and I couldn't go in the house because there was no reception. And I'm walking around the yard trying to make a phone call, and these suckers were following me with their whole following me. 8 of them doing that, following me around the yard. I'm throwing stuff. I'm getting the hose to spray him to get him away because I'm trying to have an important conversation, like with the bank or something. Like, shut up. Like, all that. I don't think I told him to shut up, but like, I definitely was being all like the quiet, like, quiet, like spraying him with the hose or like throwing dirt at him or something. I really loved having guineas, and I will get more, but this husband and wife, they were the last 2 from, at least I feel like it's been like 3 years since I have hadn't, like, my last guinea got. So this husband and wife, they really looked out for each other, let me tell you. Well, he mostly looked out for her. They were like just the sweetest couple. I'm telling you, observing them was just beautiful and let me know that, you know, there are animals that are deeply, deeply spirited, and these 2 were it. They just loved each other so much, and they loved me too, and I loved that over the years, especially just recently. Like, just the other day I was mowing, and they don't run from the mower because they know it's just me, and when it's just me, you know, they know not to be scared, or at least they knew not to be scared because it was just me, and as soon as they heard my voice, you know, and they were just, I could tell that they were comfortable and they felt safe with me, and I loved that, because guineas, it's kind of hard to earn their affection. They're very scared most of the time and keep their distance. Not like chickens. You know, chickens mostly could bend over and pick a chicken up if they know you. Guineas, they steer clear, and they're hard to herd too. You can't herd guineas because they go every which way. They will go the opposite way that you want them to go. You can kind of herd chickens with your arms out, but guineas not so much. So they're just characters. And so, yeah, these 2, they were older. You know, I think both of them had freaking dementia or something. They had like guinea dementia because they like they both would just do kooky things. Just kooky things. Like, the female guinea would go to bed early. She'd go in the coop early. And the male would be looking everywhere for her on top of the coop, not realizing that she went to bed, so he'd be up all, you know, making his sounds on the top of the coop. If you never heard a guinea sound, I can imitate the female. It's like but the males, I can't really imitate their sound without sounding terrible. So I had to go look it up, but it's a very obnoxious sound. So this guinea, you know, he'd start at it looking for her, and she was always just inside. I can tell you the story. You know, maybe I'll just save it for another time. And I kind of needed to dip on out of where I was because the storm had come and it was hot, and there was some sort of subconscious thing in my head that was like, you better get home to shut that chicken door. You better get home to check on the chickens, because there's always, my whole life revolves around these chickens. It's so weird to not have a single freaking bird out there right now. I am beside myself that this happened. I do a lot. I reinforce the coop every year with all kinds of ways. There is literally sheet metal on the outside. There are trenches with, it's always something. Any animal will find the most vulnerable spot and will get in. Or we'll find the most vulnerable time of the day when you got them free ranging and get at them. I'm telling you, I've had stories. I got a story that I really wanted to tell. It was such a sweet story, but it was a very, very sad story with a very happy ending about my sweet, sweet guineas. My sweet guinea boy and my sweet guinea girl. But I'm gonna save that story for another video. I guess I'm happy to lay these breadcrumbs down, and I don't know if anybody's even gonna listen or relate. I don't know, but I'm happy. I'm feeling a small relief of just letting a little bit go, because I tend to holding on to stories and experiences that if I died tomorrow would die with me, and they need to be heard. Memories, sad stories and happy stories, they need to be shared and they need to be heard. If not by others, by me down the line. 'Cause I don't want to forget this pain. It's such a reminder of this realm. Sure, it's beautiful. Nature's beautiful, really. From afar and up close, sure. But when you really get down and dirty with nature, it's not that pretty. It's not that kind. It's brutal. It's heinous. It just relates to the whole nature of life in this realm. I think it is so heinous, and the beauty that we bring here comes from our beautiful spirits. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate your time.